The morning is getting more and more fun here inside the Melrose showroom. We are in showroom 310. I'm Leanne Moyers. My happy and lovely assistant here is Katie, and she's going to be able to help you answer any questions that you might have. If you want to take another look at a product or something, she's going to slow down and show that to you today. We are in Dallas. This is the first of our 3 summer shows, Dallas, Atlanta, and Las Vegas. We're glad you're joining us here. We're going to dive right into beach life. This is one of our 6 collections that we have. We're going to start with these whale tails here. Aren't these something? These are some table accents, very beautiful. The first thing I want you to notice is this is not a flat gold. So one of the trends that we know is coming through home accents and everyday products is that all of our golds are blended with a certain degree of bronze. And so we're going to have a little bit of bronze in every little piece that we're going to show you today, because bronze is a hot trending new color in home decor, especially in anything that is metal or has a metallic finish. I just think these are unique and interesting when you see the whale tail. These are something that I think are going to do very, very well this year for Melrose. As we move across this front table, you're going to see some new containers that we have that kind of make you think about your nautical knots. They do have wooden bases on them, and they are actually a pottery on top. I love what the designers do when they take just like a little sprig like this, and look, they just zip tied them. They just cut them off the little sprays, made their own custom piece. They like to have the little accents in here in these pods. Here in beach life, I think our designers did some exceptional work, and we're going to pull some of these out of, and, we really shouldn't be pulling the designers' work apart, but just so that you at home know, how did they do that spiller? How does this wrap around the vase like this? Because this does give us nice, beautiful visual appeal. Now look at how it sits on this table. We have this vase. This is one of our best sellers. It looks like the beach. It looks like the waves on the sand of the beach. That's one of the reasons people really like it. It's rough here in the bottom and has the glazing in the midpoint. This is a returning bestseller. One of the reasons our designers love to design with it is because it goes from the table all the way up to the ceiling. And so we have this new branch here, 96774. You're going to see this in several different pieces here in Beach Life. I actually love it too. Now, I had to walk through here several times before I realized, wow, the designers really fell in love with these branches and twigs as well, because they put them in so many of their arrangements. Now, as we go across the table, what did our vase do? It took us from the base of the table all the way up. And so we're selling through all of the store. And for our retailers, this is very, very important. These birds here, anytime we can have something that hangs from the ceiling over our display, are fantastic. They've got a little nautical knot here. And look, you give them a little pull and their wings move. That is just so cool. And so here in this area of Beach Life, they have 3 of them. We have live movement. We have something that's going up and down with the wings. Some fantastic new products. Here are some containers that, again, have that bronze look on them. These are metal. When I tap on this, these are definitely a metal piece. And again, the coloring here, you're going to see that bronze coloring, and that really comes to life. A couple of my favorite containers are here on the front, and they are these 2 vases that have a very narrow opening. And they left them blank just so you guys can see them, because they knew here at Market you were going to want to see this. They're fairly lightweight, but they're weighted on the bottom. And so you may be thinking, well, that's a really tall vase, Leanne. How's that going to work out? The weight is definitely centered on the bottom of this. That is a very good thing for you. Because you're only filling this space here, your pieces are going to fit very nicely. I think they could have done the same thing on this end of the table. If they put them over there and used that, they could have had that height, because this would definitely support that. But they want to make sure that you see this, because these shapes are also very different. So when we talk about trends that are very unique and different this season over previous seasons, one of the things that the product development team shared with me is the shaping has changed. We no longer see a complete oval shape. We see all this texture, all this pattern. This is biomorphic type shaping. So it's a little bit more organic. It's a little bit more of what you would find to mimic nature. And that is what is trending when we look at all of the shapes here. Now, I want to talk about these sand pieces here in the front, because these do feel like sand. The good news is when you rub your finger on it, you don't have sand on you. But they do have that sand effect. And so we have a small bowl here, and we have the different shells as table accents. Those are new for us this season. Really exciting things. I mean, if we stand back and we look at this table, there's a lot of visual interest here, whether it's the twig branch that's new, Whether, and that comes in two different colors, by the way. I want you to make sure that when you're filling out your order, you get both colors. One is like a little sandier brown. The other is a darker, deep purple and brown. Gives you a lot to work with there. And then, you know, the vases, the textures, the coloring, adding that bronze in there, it really changed this. This is called Beach Life, this collection is, but how classy. This is very classy as far as the products that you're going to see here. We're going to slide around to this shelving unit. We kind of don't have that sand feeling, but this reminds me of a sand dollar. If you've ever been to the beach and you know how the shells in the sand dollar kind of have that rough texture on them. These two lovely little fish. Hello, fish. And then we have this stacker of fish back here. They have that same, and look, it kind of picks up that same color, that little bit of bronze. Just a little bit of bronze is right there with it. We do have a lot of birds. They call this section Beach Life, but honestly, there's so many birds here in this collection that I think they could have gone with some kind of a name for the birds that we have here. We've got some hanging pieces here to complement the hanging birds that we had that fly. And then on this table, we've got some more accents like the starfish here, and then some more of the shells. Again, the same feel and that little bit of bronze coloring on these two pieces of sculpts that show the seashells. That's very interesting to me, how they did that. And these bases here, very narrow, and like very, very narrow. Just a few pieces are going to slide in there, something nice and small. But these have a wooden top. They have a pottery in the middle and are wooden at the bottom. So this, if you're looking for something where you're just going to pop one or two little pieces in, or you're going to leave it empty, that one is very good for that. And again, has a mixed ceramic and it has the wood. We're going to start to see some of our wall art here. These are our cranes, our first sets of birds. I like how the designers put the birds on the wall and then brought forward a bird as a sculpt here. And this one has the nice long legs. So you can go have all that visual appeal here for that bird. Here's the twig again. So I told you that they used it a lot in a lot of these pieces. This happens to be a dried piece that we've had before, something very similar, but we brought this in this cream color with a little bit of green. It accents very nicely so that we have that dried floral look that you would find kind of on the seashore or near the beach. You know, this is not the public beach where the kids are building sandcastles, but this is a nice coastal look that is very classy, and they're using the nice twig piece with that. These are also some returning best-selling vases that we are showcasing that in. We're going to move on across here, and we're going to see some of our birds as a group setting, a group piece that put together. And I like these birds. They have a lot of personality, don't they? I mean, I almost kind of think the way this one has its wings out, it's almost like he's doing a little board surfing, or, you know, he's getting ready to hang out at the beach. Hey girls, what's going on? That kind of thing. But these are some of our new pieces that we have. On this wall, the wall art, this is another big trend change that we saw and we talked about with the product development team. We are seeing kind of this faux oil painting look as being something that's trending. And you're going to see really large pieces of glazing, and you're going to see some really nice definition there with some of this wall art. These are two large pieces that are on the wall. They are painted on all sides of the canvas. The coloring is very nice. Just kind of feels peaceful, like you want to take a deep breath and relax a little bit by the seaside. To me, that's what it feels like when you're here in this area. Right below it, this is our whale piece, a nice wooden whale piece. The other trend that we're seeing across all of our collections is that the wood look is a little warmer. We are not showcasing dark woods, but it's definitely warmer than what we've seen in seasons past. And the whale, I just happen to love the whale. I mean, that's a really nice horizontal piece. You can do a lot of different things with that when you're designing. As we slide on over to this shelving unit, we see more of that wood look. We have this nice duck here. The sailboat is tremendous. And now this is a canvas sailboat, metal anchoring here. Has a very nice metal stand that is holding that up. But the wood piece itself, that warmer color, but because of the nice ecru canvas, it just really makes it nice and soft. We've got some birds. We have some birds on the next shelf down. We got another one of our sea turtles. This one happens to be a small bowl. You can put all kinds of little trinkets, or you could put even just some dried botanicals in there if you wanted to decorate that way. Maybe one of the flat orbs that we have would fit in there. Before we leave this area, we have this ombre glass vase in the back. It's a very pretty. And this is something that's been very popular for the last maybe 2 years. And then this piece right here, this greenery, this is a designer favorite of ours, and it comes back season after season. I have to point it out to you because of the value. There's a lot of value in this greenery, and it makes a fantastic spiller. See how it comes right down and complements that ombre glass? I think this is a great combination back here. But then they mixed it with some of the pods that we have. We have 3 different colors of pods, including a nice plum color that's in a different collection that is new this year. This one's from a couple years ago. This beautiful grass. And then the new branch that we have that is brand new. Again, 2 colors. You're going to want to add that to your cart. Here it is on the wall, and I want to show you the value, the cut value on this. We have it as a garland, and then we have it as, well, I think it's actually considered a spray, but the designers have played with this, oh gosh, season after season, because you can do exactly what they did with that vase. Use it as a little spiller, add a little piece in the top. There's a lot of value to that. I'm going to have Katie show you the top of the shelving unit. She's going to back up a little bit, and she's going to show you how they spilled across that. Now, doesn't that just look like something you would find, I don't know, down by the pier? It's fantastic, and it's, again, serene. You're able to use that garland there and then just use your spillers coming down off the shelving unit. Some of our other new products that we have here in Beach Life that I want to share with you, another fantastic bird that gives you that linear look. Look how long the legs are on this seabird here. We've got that warmer wood look, a little bit darker than what you've seen in the past, and is tall, so it anchors this table. This is the entire visual appeal that we want to have for this table. Anything that you have to give you that height in your design is going to be a fantastic piece to bring in and to set up with. Couple new vases that we have here. I love the shape of this one. Again, we're seeing that nice bronze coloring down towards the base, and it graduates up, kind of a natural. This does not feel like sand, but it does have a texture on it. So that's something that we're finding here with these. They're kind of bronze at the bottom. They have a nice light glazing on them, and they have fantastic texture. What a nice fish. I can't help it. I just want to do this. I want to feel all the scales. I am going to pull this out for you because I know that you like to see it. And I already came over here and I did this myself. I want to see sometimes how many cuts, how many pieces did the designer put together in order to get that piece. And you know, Ken has told me several times that sometimes when he's putting these together, he'll have a whole bunch of different pieces and he'll just start building and he'll just keep adding, especially when we have this dried look. Whenever you're looking for something that is going to be maybe right by the seashore, you've got a little bit of a dusty look on this leaf here with this beautiful plant, the branch. And then, of course, you're putting some dried pods and things in there. But that's kind of the look that they have. And, of course, he just zip ties it. He and his team pop it right into the vase, and then he's ready to go. So great job. I think they did an absolutely fantastic job here in the showroom with some of the botanicals. We're going to show you this wall. It's got a couple more pieces of wall art. The classic Fia wick candle that is blue is right here. Now this is where you're going to see the blue one. And again, you can always see the radiant of the flame if you put your hand behind here really well. One thing I didn't say in the other videos, it has a real wax feel on it and it is textured. So even though this is an economy LED candle, it does have the burn look on the wick. It is flexible. Do you see how this one's kind of leaning? That's because we have customers that come through the showroom and they like to touch it and move it around. And of course I'm going to do it for you right now. But let's say that your customer comes in and does that. It is very flexible and it is not delicate. I haven't broke one yet. No, knock on wood, I have not broke one yet. But anyway, these were some candles that we brought in because you asked for it. You wanted an economy candle. It comes in blue, it comes in green, white, ivory, and holiday red. There are also some taper candles that are available in the Fia wick for you too. Talk to your Melrose sales rep. They'll be able to help you. Now these sculpts are gorgeous, and these are some corals. This one is a beautiful candle holder that is a coral, and I just kind of like the table accent that's a coral, just that nice off-white coral looking color. This table here has a couple more of our vases that are available to you. Nice texture here that looks like sand, again, bronze. Another set of our dried look with this branch in it, and then some more of our blue candles. Let's slide into the second room. And then this is the piece that I was showing you earlier. I just want to make sure that you get a chance to see it. And here's what the branch looks like. And it's kind of hard to see, but the branch is fabulous. And there's 2 different colors of this. This is the darker one, and there's also a lighter one available to you that are both brand new this season. We're going to turn here to this wall, take a look at the new candle holders, the new votives, and the new that you can place your Fia flame in. And so we can put either the white or the orange inside there. I think in Beach Life, the white Fia flame is the better one to pick. Now, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Do you prefer the white or do you prefer the orange? Now, at Christmas time, I'll tell you, hands down, I like the orange. I like it to look like it has that warmth to it, so I always want to use the Fia flame that has that orange. But when it's every day, I kind of like the Christmas of the white. So as we look at the wall, we have this beautiful metal piece with the sailboats. That is brand new for us. Good wall art. What are we seeing? We're seeing icons, the sailboats. We're not seeing words or graphics. We're not seeing the whitewash. We're not seeing the watercolors like we were in the past. We're seeing actual pieces of metal put together, and we're seeing a lot of that oil painting look, or we're seeing framed shells like the ones here on this wall. And so these are very nice. They have a glass in the front. The very subtle light blue and the white kind of gives you the impression of being at the beach, but they're just a nice set of the shells that happen to be framed. Now these two, sand dollar, well, I don't know if they're actually sand dollar, sea urchin it says on the tag. Beautiful. Those have fantastic texture. Those two are available to you. They look a little bit like the turtle, and we have a couple of different turtles that are new. A lot of texture on them. This one I really like. You could do an entire setup that shows just the turtles. I mean, I know we have a lot of birds here, we have the sea urchins, we have a lot of shells, but you could actually build a display around some of the turtles that we have. Let's give you a look here of some more of the new products that are coming in. We have some very contemporary and stylish sea birds here. Great hue with them, great design style. Look at that smoothness that we see. I really enjoy that. This is totally new, and we have a couple of these in the showroom. This is a wooden lid with two wooden utensils. I'm gonna put my hand on it because they do come out. This is your wooden lid, and then your bowl is actually a wooden bowl, and then it has a design that has a glaze on the inside so that you may use that. And that is very, very pretty. I'm gonna set it just across so the next person can see that the lid comes off. It's beautiful. Now these rabbits, totally different than the other rabbits that we have in the showroom. We always have rabbits. They're fantastic in March and April. Lots of people like to design with them. But aren't they fun? Don't you love that familiar contact? The familial contact for the family. We just get the idea that they're nuzzling. You got the mommy and you got the little bunny, and they're kind of hugging and giving each other a little kiss. Those are fantastic new pieces that we brought in. Anytime that we make that human connection and we transfer that to the animals, those are going to be best sellers. And I just know that those rabbits are going to be best sellers too. We're going to move on through, see a few more of the new products that we have. And here on this shelving unit in particular, we have the new luminaries. Now these are available in every single collection. They do have the fairy lights on the inside. These are a great price point. This is something that Melrose went out and they sourced because we know that you guys like having those lighted elements that have a great price point for you. The other thing are the textiles. And so we're seeing this nice, beautiful blue that matches with all of our other blues in Beach Life, but we're seeing the stitching. And so the stitching has a little bit, this is raised. This is kind of a raised piece here on the pedal. It's the same on the table runner, and this pattern goes all the way across the table runner and back. And then on the pillow, you have that same raised, fuzzy feeling type of thing going on there. We have a few more new items for you. They're going to be on this back wall. You don't have to chase me. This is a set of 3 trays. I think these are remarkable. And anytime we have a set of something, you know there's going to be good value there. These wooden trays, they're just kind of neat. I'm going to move the rabbits really quick. Very nice contemporary rabbits, but good shaping here. And they stack just like that, or you can put one askew like our designers did. And then, of course, anytime that you can have a set of 3 different sails in there, that's going to work out really well for you as a retailer. Our green cantles are here on this display, and if you're wanting to know kind of what hue that green is going to be, and we do have, again, white, ivory, blue, red, and green. This is the green. And a couple more pieces of pottery that happen to be new here for you in Beach Life. I want to thank you for joining us when we do these live broadcasts and seeing all of the products that are available in the Melrose showroom. We are in showroom 310. We have covered 3 of our 6 collections so far. If you missed any of them, it's okay. We'll go ahead and post them on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, pretty much everywhere. And you'll be able to catch up with all the trending new products that we have available. There's over 900 new ones for you to see this year. Join me again in a couple of hours and we're going to do another new collection.